Courtney, is this just transition? Or is it terrible products? Hey there guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Courtney and I love playing around with the curly girl method and tips and tricks from that method to improve the health of my hair. If you want to keep hanging out with me here on this channel, talking all about healthy, wavy, curly hair, please go ahead and subscribe and click that notification bell. I really love hanging out with you guys. Also, if you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it. It really does help me out and it lets me know that the video was indeed actually helpful to you. That is why I'm here. I want to be as helpful as humanly possible. All right, so I get asked this question a lot. Courtney, how do I know if my hair is looking terrible just because I'm in that transition phase, or I'm just using products that aren't right for my hair? Like, how do I know? How do I know if my hair woes are caused by products or by transition? And if you're wondering what I mean when I'm talking about transition, I'm referring to the period of time wherein your hair is going from being heat styled, using sulfates, silicones, drying alcohols, blow frying your hair straight, using a curling iron, using a flat ironing, all those things, to transitioning to your natural, wavy, curly, healthy hair. There's this period of time where your hair is no longer being heat styled, but it's definitely not at its fullest, healthiest potential. You're somewhere here in the middle where your hair just looks, well, kind of terrible. If I'm gonna be honest, the transition phase for curly hair is just hard. My dear sweet family, they would say, "Oh, Courtney, you're wearing your hair fluffy today." That always made me laugh because yes, I was quite fluffy, kind of like an alpaca, kind of like this. I'll talk more about this picture later. So when you first start the curly girl method, it is real easy to want to run out and buy every single curly girl approved product available on the market and literally try them all to see what's going to work best for your hair. And you're just like so gung-ho and you look up and all of a sudden you have over 50 hair care products and you're like, how did I get here? That is not recommended by many people who've been doing the curly girl method for a while. It actually behooves you a lot to buy just one shampoo, one conditioner, one leave-in product, and one gel, and just go from there. Really get comfortable with those products, really get used to using them, and learn which application techniques and drying methods work best for your hair, and then start playing around with product. But a lot of people have said, but Courtney, what if my one shampoo, one conditioner, one leave-in, and one gel, what if any one of these is like the weak link in the chain? What if it's responsible for my terrible hair days and I don't know because I'm not trying multiple different kinds of products? Listen, I hear you. I understand that feeling. I want you to know though that there is no one product that is going to be the solution in a bottle to all of your curly hair woes or wavy hair woes. There's just not any one magic product that is going to be a substitute for time. Time is the biggest factor in your hair becoming healthy. You can't just slap one product on your hair and magic, you went from having heat damaged, terrible, stringy, messy, frizzy hair to that. That doesn't happen overnight. And I'm talking to myself here. I absolutely 100% ran out and bought a ton of products when I first started this, and I had so much fun trying them all. I definitely fell off into the product junkie end of the pool for a while, But I realized that not only was this a shock to me, because it was a lot that I was having to remember. I was having to remember how to apply conditioner and how to squish to condition and how to plop my hair and how to diffuse. And oh, did I put my hair up last night to protect it while I slept? And it was just too much. Not only was it a shock to me, but also it was a shock to my hair. Throwing different products at my hair every single wash day was not helping me figure out what worked best for my hair. Stick with one set of products. Then what you can do is you can carefully sub out one product and see if there's an improvement over your last wash day or not. For example, you would keep your shampoo and your conditioner the same. But let's say that you think your gel might be the thing that's causing you woe. Maybe use the same shampoo, conditioner, leave-in, and switch out the gel. If it got better, great. If it didn't, okay, let's go back to the other gel. Then same shampoo, conditioner, maybe swap out the leave-in for something different. You get the idea. Substituting one product out every single time is better than switching up every single product every single time and trying different application techniques every single time you wash your hair. You're not going to know which variable caused the improvement or which one of those things caused your wash day to not turn out the way you wanted. Another thing that I really noticed when my hair was in transition is that it was extremely temperamental. I could sneeze wrong while scrunching in my gel and it would ruin my hair day. And there's a couple of different things that caused that. First off, there's this thing called curl memory. I don't believe I've talked about this yet here on my channel, but curl memory is essentially your curl clumps remembering their curl families and wanting to stay in their curl families longer than 2 minutes. Think of it as a family reunion. Man, if you haven't seen your family in years and years and years, and y'all all get together and sit around the table together, it's gonna be awkward. And everybody's gonna be like just waiting for the moment that dinner's over and y'all can scatter and go your separate ways because I don't want to be in this situation. Curl families are very, very similar. If you have been heat styling your hair for a very long time and frying your hair to no end, then as soon as you get your curl clumps together, the first time you do your curly girl wash day routine, they're not gonna like each other very much. Your curl clumps are going to be waiting for the second to shatter and scatter and break apart. It's just part of the transition process. The longer you do the curly girl method, the more your curl clumps remember their curl families and like their curl families long enough to stay together longer than 2 minutes. So when I was in transition, I would notice that I would apply my leave-in to my hair and I would scrunch it in and do a squish to condition. And as I was doing that, my curl clumps would slowly start breaking apart. They really wouldn't stick together very well. And then I would apply the gel to my hair and it would continue to break up from there. It was just one great big long deterioration of curl clumps and the frizz just kept getting worse and worse. That unfortunately did not get better for me until around the 4-month mark. I remember I applied my leave-in and it was the weirdest thing. At the 4-month mark, I put my leave-in in my hair and my hair clumped up. Every single time I had done my hair before that, as soon as I applied my leave-in, my curl clumps had started to look more and more stringy. I hadn't switched out the product. I was still using a leave-in that I had used 100 times before. Well, maybe not 100. If you're only washing your hair 3 times a week, and I was at the 4-month mark, 3 times 12, so it's definitely not hundreds. But I was using a leave-in I had used before. What is it they say? They say don't do stage math because your brain can't do stage math. That's what just happened to me. Normally I know what 3 times 12 is because 4 months. Oh no, 4 times 4 is 16. Don't do stage math, my friends. Oh my goodness. Okay, anyway, I had not washed my hair hundreds of times. I had used that leave-in before, but I applied the leave-in to my hair, and at the 4-month mark, my curl families finally liked each other enough to want to stick together. I put that leave-in in my hair and scrunched it, and everything slimed together beautifully. And I was like, oh, this is what people are talking about when they say their hair clumps together. I never knew. So you will get there. It does happen. Another thing about curl memory is that your hair does literally remember the years of heat styling. I actually remember a time back when I was in middle school and I discovered the curling iron, and I curled my hair every single morning before school. And it wasn't cute the way I curled my hair, but like, I curled it every single day. Then one weekend I got up, washed my hair, and blow dried it, and it tried to curl in the exact same way that I had been using the curling iron on it every single day for the past few months. So it actually had some memory of the way I had been styling it. So if you have been blow drying and flat ironing your hair very, very straight for years, then all of a sudden you start doing the curly girl method, you have a fantastic wash day, everything goes perfect, your hair is in the cast and it looks like a great cast, you have great shrinkage, great curl definition, no frizz, you're like, when I scrunch this out, this is going to be epic. And you scrunch it out and it looks good for 2 hours and then falls straight. Something like this. See how the ends are perfectly straight? Isn't that annoying? That is the curl memory issue. Your hair is trying to go back to the straight, happy life it lived for so long. It does take time for your hair to remember its curl pattern and to want to stay curly for longer than a couple hours. The last thing I want to leave you with is I want you to be intuitive when you're doing your hair. And what I mean by that is I want you to be paying attention to how your hair feels as soon as you use a product. For example, if you are using a shampoo and your hair just feels angry when you're using that shampoo, like it immediately wants to snarl and tangle, and it feels way too stripped and squeaky and just so matted and tangled, chances are that that shampoo is too stripping and strong for you. You might look at substituting out a shampoo that is more nourishing and hydrating. And when I say shampoo, I'm always talking about a sulfate-free, Curly Girl approved shampoo, just something that foams and bubbles. Let's say your shampoo, everything's going well, things feel good, you rinse that out, then you apply your conditioner. And this conditioner is just weird. Like, it takes you 10 years to detangle your hair. And it didn't take 10 years to detangle your hair before, but now, like, yeah, sure, you're using a conditioner without silicones, but this is just ridiculous. It can take a long time to detangle your hair when you first start doing the Curly Girl method. That is normal. I'm talking about an excess of that feeling. And unfortunately, you won't know if it's the conditioner that's causing an excess of tangles for you, and that conditioner just doesn't have the right amount of slip for you unless you try a different conditioner. But if you're literally trying a different conditioner every single time you wash your hair, you're probably going to forget what works for you and what doesn't. But anyway, you put the conditioner in your hair and it just feels like yucko barfo conditioner. Chances are that that conditioner isn't going to work for you. Yucko barfo is actually the technical term, just saying. And honestly, conditioners tend to not be the problem in my experience. In my experience, there has literally only been one conditioner I've tried in 2 years, and yes, hundreds of products later, that as soon as I put it in my hair, I could tell that it had absolutely zero slip, zero hydrating power for my hair. My hair rejected it. There's only been one. Every other conditioner I've tried has done enough for my hair that it worked. Let's say you put in your leave-in conditioner and your hair just doesn't feel hydrated. It doesn't feel slimy. As soon as you put in that leave-in conditioner, let's say you rinsed out your rinse-out conditioner, all your curl clumps are looking good, everything feels nice, feels slippery, feels good. Then you apply the leave-in and your hair just kind of freaks out. Maybe that leave-in's not working for you. Maybe it's time to sub out a different leave-in and see if something feels better on your hair. Same thing goes for gel. Again, don't scrunch in a gel into your hair if there's not enough water in your hair. When your hair is in transition, using enough water while styling is 1000% critical. Damp styling while in transition, it's probably not going to work. You might try damp styling further down the road, but when your hair is thoroughly dehydrated, you have to use plenty of water while you're styling in order to help hydrate it. You don't hydrate your body by drinking oil or applying oil. You hydrate your body by drinking water. You're going to hydrate your hair by adding water. Okay, those are my thoughts on damp styling. So make sure there's plenty of water in your hair when you go to scrunch in a gel. But let's say you start to scrunch in that gel and it's frizz crazy city and your hair feels rough and very angry as soon as you put that gel in, chances are that gel probably isn't going to work well for you. Let me give you 2 examples of my hair in transition when I used products that better agreed with my hair and products that didn't agree with my hair as much. So here is a picture of a wash day where I used all Mop Top products. I believe I used 3 products. I used the Gentle shampoo, the daily conditioner, and the Mop Top curly hair custard. Now granted, this isn't the most beautiful hair day I've ever had, but you can see that there's some good kind of definition happening at the top of my head. While the ends may look kind of stringy and bleached and sad, it's okay. Here is a picture of when I used all Diva Curl products. I've talked about this in the past, that Diva Curl products just flat didn't work well for my hair. I used everything from, I believe it's their starter kit. It was their low poo, their one condition, and their high definition gel, I believe, and maybe their curl cream. I can't remember which one, but there was a curl cream somewhere in this mix. You can see the difference in this picture and the previous picture. I look like a puffy alpaca. These products did nothing for my hair. So you can absolutely see the big difference between the two. Clearly, one of these worked better with my hair than the other. And I've said this already once in the video, when your hair is in transition, it is extremely temperamental. I found that I tried some products while my hair was in transition that it wildly rejected, and I could not get them to work for me. But on a whim, I kept them in the back of my cabinet. Either I had lost the receipt and couldn't return the products, or something like that. So I just held on to them, and with the intention of passing them on to a friend. And a few months down the road, I decided to try them again, and my hair loved them. So what? Why? Why is that? Hair in transition is very temperamental. I found that when my hair was so dry and so thirsty, I got my personal best results when I first started out using all Jessie Curl products. Those products gave my hair exactly what they needed in order to have the most optimal wash days while my hair was transitioning. But eventually, your hair will become more tolerant of different types of products. You'll begin to be able to branch out and try more things. Keep in mind that the things that your hair needs now will be completely different from the things it's going to need a year from now, and it's all about balance. All right, guys, so those are my tips for figuring out if it's the product or if it's just transition. Switch out one product at a time. Keep really good documentation of what's working and what's not. Be intuitive, listen to your hair. If you use the product and you're just like, wow, that's bad, that's okay. Stick the product in the back of your cabinet and maybe try it a few months down the road and see if your hair accepts it. Okay, guys. I really want to know, what is one product that you tried that your hair just wildly rejected? And did you try that product again? And did your hair react the exact same way every single time? Or did you find that some products your hair used to be reactive to, it's no longer getting so frizzy and angry every time you use it? All right, guys, that is it for this video. I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye! Hold on, we'll let him finish driving by. I hope you enjoy your motorcycle ride. What is dinging? Something's dinging. I am getting a package right now. And dollars to donuts, that man knocks on the door to drop off the package and my dog loses his mind. Let's see. Oh, he didn't knock on the door, so my dog didn't lose his mind. Thank you for my package, sir. Thank you for all you do.